We've got a lime tree here, and all we're going to move it is a couple of feet away. But we're going to prepare the soil a little bit better this time. So this was the original grass here. Still got plenty of paspalum in here, but it's all been sprayed out. So what I'm going to do is let's get into it and let's loosen it up a little bit. By word, it's a tough bit of soil here. But that doesn't matter. You can still make it grow. You can see I'm actually turning the paspalum over. That will not grow. Once you turn it over, that will not grow again. But there is a lot of seed already in the soil. So the paspalum seed will come up, but that main bush won't. So as I'm here, I'm just loosening this over. The soil's not too bad. I don't use any chemical on any of my citrus trees. There's two things. It's always 9 times out of 10, it's nutrition. The lemon tree is hungry, hence it'll get all its diseases. It'll get a bit of sooty mould sometimes, and that's normally caused by really dry conditions. But well, a healthy plant will not get diseases, or very, very unlikely to get diseases. All I've done is turned it over. Now I'm going to dig a hole to plant our tree. I hate digging the holes too deep. I try and keep the hole as shallow as possible. It allows the root, but I will be loosening up the soil. This is a bit of a reality here. This is what most people's gardens are like. Now, most people dig a big hole just like this. They think the deeper it is, the better it is. But the deeper the hole goes down, the less nutrition in the soil. The majority of the nutrition on any soil, anywhere, is in the top 4 inches. So people dig a big hole, most people put their tree right down in there, put the dirt around it, and wonder why the tree doesn't grow. Great, dig a big hole, loosen up the soil. Now we're going to get some compost. Not fill the hole up, but we're going to mix the compost with the soil. A couple of shovelfuls of compost. Looks like the holes filled back up. But what is very, very important is to mix the soil and the compost together. It helps the plant to assimilate with the soil around it. Now I can literally now dig the hole with my hand. Look at that. Is that too deep? Remember, get the plant up as high as we can. That's where I'd like to see this lemon. I'm using the original soil to go around it. I'm just going to press that in a little bit. I'm going to grab a little bit more compost. Put that compost around it. And now I'm going to give it a water. I always prefer to water with a bucket. Most people use a hose, but how much water really gets around the plant? So I'm just digging, just making sure that water really soaks in around that plant. I haven't given it much water. You can see you can still see some of the roots. That's how high I've planted it. It's really important because now I'm going to shape the garden up, because our next very important ingredient is our mulch that goes around this. I'm just looking for a bit more soil. So all I've done is 3 shovelfuls of compost, which is ample to get this plant going. Now I'm going to shape the garden up around it. Next most important thing is to mulch it. If this just sits here now, the soil bakes hard, the weeds will just keep on growing. So what I want to do is mulch it with my Glebe mulch. It's a product that I've developed. No worms in here whatsoever, and I guarantee you once this mulch goes down in a couple of months there'll be worms everywhere.
It's like crazy worms.
Where the worms come from, I do not know, but the worms will come in the soil. I've seen it time and time again.